Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Ace Combat Zero, the Belkan War, on the PCSX2 Emulator. I really want to have the holy trinity of these games on my channel, but I think that all I can really do is 0 and 5, because 4 is pretty much unplayable on emulators right now, unless I can figure out how to fix the black plane glitch.
Oh, him? Yeah. I know him. It's going to take a while. It happened years ago. Did you know there are 3 kinds of aces? Those who seek strength, those who live for pride, and those who can read the tide of battle. Those are the 3. And him? He was a true ace.
He was a fighter pilot they called Solo Wing Pixie. He was a colleague of the man I seek. 10 years ago, there was a war that engulfed the world. The Belkan War. And in that war was a pilot who trailed across the sky and disappeared from history. He was a lone mercenary who inspired both fear and admiration. He is the man I seek. And so, with the words of Solo Wing, the curtain rises.
It was a cold and snowy day.
Listen up. We have a situation on our hands. A major squadron of Belkan bombers has crossed our border, and it's making its way here, to Belay Air Base. Apparently, they intend to attack our base in an initiative to gain hegemony over the entire Republic of Ustio. Belay Air Base is our country's last line of defense. If our base falls, no one will be left to stop Belka from taking over Ustio. Your mission is to destroy the squad of bombers and defend our base. Belka's invasion must end here.
This is Galm 2, roger that. Moving 315, Belkan bombers approaching. Nobody wants to bail out into a mountain of ice. We're counting on you, flight leader. All units prepare to intercept. We have our pay ready and waiting. That's only if we both make it through this alive. Be ready to pay up. We'll be back before you know it. Galm team, shoot down all enemy bombers. Don't let them get to our base. Galm 2, follow all orders from Galm 1. Free engagement is prohibited during this operation. Roger. Awaiting your orders, Cypher. You're Galm 1 now. Head back to base if your plane has any problems. Cypher, I've heard stories about you. That pride's gonna get you killed, you know. Job over with and suck up a little hot wine. Job well done. You'll be paid well for this. Cypher, I got a feeling you and me are gonna get along just fine. Buddy. All teams, you have permission to land.
It all started on that snowy day. My first impression was, he had potential.
Thanks to you, Belka's attack on Valais Air Base has failed. Your efforts will not go unrewarded. Your actions may well decide who wins the Belkan War. I, for one, will be counting on it.
The Belkan War is shrouded in mystery. But now, a decade after the peace accords, a portion of the records was finally released. I quickly got a hold of it. Wanting more details, I acquired information from unknown sources. There was a reason for my obsession. The roots of the war lie in the Belkan Federal Law Review that took place in 1988. Belka, suffering from economic strife, permitted its eastern territory to secede, and the Republic of Ustio was born. But Belka's economic troubles did not subside. Meanwhile, taking advantage of the situation, the world superpower Osea continued to flourish. Amidst the economic panic, an extreme right-wing party took power within Belka, aiming to restore strength and stability to the nation. And on March 25th, 1995, with the discovery of natural resources in Ustio, Belka began to invade its neighbors. It was the beginning of the Belkan War. Unprepared, each country fell quickly before the might of the legendary Belkan Air Force. In just a few days, they occupied all territories except for the mountain range. In response, the occupied Ustio government military placed all their hopes on a joint operation between Osea and the foreign mercenary forces. This, of course, can be found in any history book. But I noticed a strange similarity in the materials I gathered. There were several accounts about a mercenary, all followed by the code word, demon. But most of the information was incomplete. Still, I was intrigued. I decided to pursue the history of the Belkan War through this mercenary. I was certain I would find something there. Would it be the hidden truth behind the war, or just another battlefield legend? I wasn't able to meet the mercenary himself. Actually, it's questionable if he ever did exist. But thanks to some old friends in the military, I was able to track down several individuals who knew him. Soloing is one such man.
We must regain control over Route 171, which runs through Arlen to secure a transit route for our ground troops. There are bridges along this route, 3 over the RA River, all heavily guarded by the Belkan Armored Corps. Securing this route is critical to Ustio's attack on the Belkan forces. Destroy the Belkan ground units blocking passage along this route, and secure the supply line between our forces and the Osean Army.
Calm 1, you are cleared for takeoff.
operation.
Keep an eye on us up there, AWACS.
Belkan ground forces are blocking off our transport route. Destroy them all. The operation is proceeding smoothly. Eliminate the remaining forces.
Didn't anyone request backup? Keep trying until we get a response. Things are gonna get tricky if reinforcements show up. The owners of those houses will probably be back once this war is over.
Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar.
We're in a panic down there. We just might be able to win this.
Galm 1, missile evaded.
Our communications have been cut off.
Dropping.
Keep an eye out for SAMs. They're gonna give us all they've got. Captain, they're close by the bridge. We're about to enter the battle zone. Ready to come all this way to be stopped now. Hold tight. Cut right through. Don't let your cargo get damaged. Come on, little transport unit. Let's go. I'm sure this fight will change the look of this place. Fire! Fire! Fire away! Our second defense unit is down. How could this happen? There are only a few enemy fighters up there.
There aren't many Belkan ground forces left. Continue operation.
This supply route is their lifeline. Don't let them take it back.
Locked on.
They intend to wipe out everything?
Operation complete. Now the Allied forces can secure a military transport route. Well done, Galm team.
The mission was a success. Passage along Route 171 has been secured. Thanks to you, Ustio will now be able to launch a counterattack. Head Operations has issued an emergency order for a reconnaissance mission to be conducted near the border. You will be monitoring the airspace B7R, currently under Belkan control. Strong opposition is expected by enemy squadrons, and the presence of a magnetic field has been detected, which may interfere with communications. In short, this will not be a walk in the park. The B7R airspace is located above an area rich in subterranean resources, where many conflicts have been fought in the past. You're authorized to engage enemy planes upon contact. The time has come for your skills to be tested.
Belkan Priority 1 Strategic Airspace B7R, aka the Round Table. It was the grand stage where we pilots performed. We were all on an equal footing, fighting under the same conditions. No affiliations or ranks to hinder us. Aces from every nation crisscrossed through those skies in pursuit of air superiority. The only rule of engagement was to survive.
Galm team, this is Eagle Eye. Penetrate B7R and get a feel for the surroundings.
Galm 2, roger. This kind of job is what we're all about.
Enemies on radar. Exercise caution.
Something wrong with the IFF? Only 2 aircraft are showing up on radar. Don't they know about the round table? It seems they're on to us.
Galm team, engage.
We will survive, Galm 1. Let's see what those planes are made of.
That's a kill.
Show them what the Belkan Air Force is capable of. Cypher, we'll fly into the round table. Proceed with caution.
Warning, radar shows additional craft approaching area B7R at high speed.
Galm 2 to Galm 1. Enemy reinforcements, probably the main force. Indigo 1 to all units. Target spotted. Commencing attack.
Galm team, we cannot authorize a retreat. Intercept them.
I figured you'd say that. This is gonna cost you extra. Unlike you mercenaries, I fight for a real cause. The ones who survive are those who fight for their convictions. This is the round table. Dead men's words hold no meaning. Looks like we've got some grippins to deal with. Fox 2! Lucio is holding their own in the round table.
Missile evaded.
Don't let the round table dancing get to you. It's nothing to panic about.
Galm 1, Fox 2.
Indigo 1, Fox 2.
Bandits in gun range. Radar lock.
Damn, Lucios. They're faster than I thought. Now things are nice and even. Cypher, 1 for you and 1 for me.
Approaching gun range.
What were those guide plates doing? Bandit down. Nice shot. Just stay cool and bag 'em.
Bandits in gun range. Warning, the enemy's locked onto you.
He really knows how to fly an eagle.
Missile evaded. Missile warning.
I've heard stories about that one with the red wing. Enemy fighter confirmed down. Apparently that was their captain. Those mercenaries are crazy. We can't give up our air superiority here.
Bandits in gun range. All Belkan reinforcements confirmed down. Mission complete. Return to base. Incoming message from Allied Forces Operations Command. Allied Naval Force has begun its advance. We appreciate your work.
Looks like we were just a couple of decoys. Yo, buddy. You still alive?
It seems B7R is more heavily guarded than we thought. If it wasn't for you, this ploy of ours probably would have failed. Keep up the good work. The Ustio and Osean coalition forces are to launch a joint campaign. The collective strategic military force of the two armies will be referred to as the Allied Forces. The campaign will be called Offensive Campaign Number 4101. The objective of this operation is to secure a sea transit lane for the Allied forces. To secure this channel, the Belkan forces occupying the Futuro Canal must be cleared out. You will be given a choice of missions in this joint operation. Offensive Campaign Number 4101 will be comprised of the following 3 air missions. First, there is Operation Gelnikos. This is an air-to-air surface operation, whose objective is to wipe out Belka's air squadron, port facilities, and surface weapons. Next is Operation Round Hammer. This is an air-to-surface operation, whose objective is to wipe out the Belkan fleet, its port facilities, and surface weapons. And the last mission is called Operation Costner. This is an escort mission, whose objective is to protect the naval vessels in Osea's 3rd Fleet, including its state-of-the-art aircraft carrier, which will be making a trial voyage. Fierce resistance by Belkan forces is expected in all 3 missions. Choose carefully which one you wish to participate in. That is all.
Galm team, commence operation. Eliminate the threat north of the canal.
There's the counter-attack signal. I've been waiting a long time for this day. This is a significant hurdle to overcome if we want to take back Ustio. Failure is not an option.
Eagle Eye to Galm team. Destroy all Belkan forces stationed in the port. Secure a route of passage for the Allied fleet.
That's the gate to freedom. If we can get through, we can turn things around. Enemy planes have been spotted on the radar. All units prepare to engage. They're here already? That was faster than our estimates, but still within the margin of error. Engaging the Allied forces. They're lined up nice and pretty. Cypher, things are looking pretty bad for you.
Dropping! Radar lock!
Enemy fleet advancing north towards the canal. Damn it, a missile!
Radar lock!
He's headed straight this way. We can't expect much help from the air. We'll have to stop them ourselves.
Locked on!
Self-propelled anti-aircraft guns in position. Watch out, the enemy's locked onto you. We'll hold them off here.
Radar lock!
Forward!
Cypher, don't underestimate the Belkans. They'll do anything it takes to protect that canal.
Fox 2!
Missile launched!
Don't get strung out chasing the enemy! Don't let any enemy planes slip past this line. Drive those Falcons out of the canal.
Dropping! Warning, the enemy's locked onto you!
This is quite a battle. Both sides have a lot of firepower. Missed. All right, the right hit.
Locked on! Enemy armored vehicle destroyed! Radar lock!
Stay on course and stick with the mission.
Looks like the enemy's rounded up a lot of firepower.
Radar lock. The Galm team is engaged with Belkan forces. Other planes go join them.
Don't panic. We're still okay.
Don't just look for enemy fire. Watch out for fratricide from friendly forces, too.
Lucio aircraft approaching. All ships engage. Cypher, let's take out those ships. Those Lucio fighters are flying as if they've already chosen a plan of attack.
Missile hit.
Mark 2! Sam destroyed!
Radar lock. AA guns destroyed.
Our anti-aircraft fire has been exhausted, unable to carry out counterattacks. Our bridge has suffered extensive damage. We're going down. All hands retreat!
Special weapons are almost gone. Galm 1 and 2, the enemy forces are almost eliminated. Keep at it. Locked on. Shack on the target.
Galm 2, Fox 2! Missile incoming! Prepare for impact! Our main engine is down, unable to advance. Fire! Fire! Give it everything we've got! Concentrate all firepower on the enemy fleet. Don't give them any time to regroup. Damn it! These guys are seasoned war veterans.
Radar lock. Missile hit.
I heard there's a few Ustio mercenaries caught up in the mix. Yeah, and they're supposed to be good. 2 Ustio fighters. That eagle with a red wing. That's... Be careful not to hit one of our own fighters.
The Belkan fleet and ground forces have been eliminated. Nice work, Galm team. This should make your next operation a whole lot easier.
This is Commander Weaker on the Kestrel. We appreciate the great air support.
Operation Round Hammer was a success. It goes without saying that your actions greatly contributed to the overall success of campaign number 4101. The acquisition of this sea lane will prove to be an invaluable resource to our forces. The mountain town of Solus Ortis is located just outside Ustio's capital, Directus. The Allied forces will deploy airborne troops, comprised primarily of Osia's 101st Airborne Division, over Solus Ortis, in a surprise air and ground attack on the Belkan forces. This operation will play a critical role in Ustio's liberation. Your mission is to provide support for the airborne troops. Destroy Belka's surface-to-air defense network and all interceptor aircraft, securing a safe drop zone for the airborne troops. Be aware of civilians still inside Solus Ortis. Your actions will determine their fate. Good luck.
Escort units, this is the 122nd Airborne. We're now entering the designated airspace. We can't return to base until we empty this transport. We're counting on you.
First, attack any anti-air troops positioned at our parachute unit's drop destination.
Get your asses into gear, people! You gotta jump or you're of no value to this unit! Anyone showing weakness will be left behind! Use that anger to get fired up and take them out! Understood? Go get them! Go, go, go! We're the best! We're the best! Move, move, move! Don't stop the thing, just keep moving! They're a brave bunch of soldiers, I'll give them that. The purpose of this operation is to take back the city.
AA guns destroyed.
We're gonna be shot full of holes before we even hit the ground!
Radar lock. SAM destroyed. Locked on. AA guns destroyed.
Shut them down before they regroup!
Belkan fighters confirmed on radar. Comm team, destroy them. Dropping. Dropping.
Everything's fine. I got a map here and we're heading for the rendezvous point. We'll get caught up in the smoke! I wasn't informed there'd be such a large disposition of troops. If they take control of the ground, we're finished. Dispatch troops to Sector D2. Call 2, engaging. Bandit down. Nice shot. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Requesting support.
Bandits in gun range.
I took a hit. Galm 1 shot down a bandit.
Radar lock. AA guns destroyed. Warning, the enemy's locked onto you.
I'd like to know where the drop container's at. Let me know if you have any ideas.
Missile launched.
Parachute unit, get to a building close by and secure it.
Radar lock. Shack on the target. Our allies' support operation is going as planned. Continue on with your duties.
Our job is to keep the Belkan planes busy. I'll draw away the enemy planes.
Break missile.
You'll never find a group of soldiers with more pride than them. Get up and jump, Quincy! Get going! Now's your chance! Go! Go! Go!
Missile hit.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
Bandit down.
Watch out! The enemy's tracking you on radar. Sector F3 has more enemy forces than expected. We're going to meet up with
Galm 1, Fox 2. Shack on the target.
I'm hit. Moving to stabilize altitude. I can't find the enemy line, and there's no chance of retreating.
Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar.
Fox 2, Fox 2. Fox 2. It missed. Sector C8 is now secure, but we don't have much ammo left. Can you drop us a container? Sector E4 has been cleared of enemies. Now advancing to the next sector. We've got a kill! Sector E12 secured.
Radar lock.
I've been hit by gunfire! The enemy is everywhere. Do we have any allies left? Galm 1 shot down a bandit. Requesting reinforcements in Sector B7. More fatigue. If we could at least track the enemy's movement, we might still have a chance. We're engaging the enemy in Sector B6. It's no good. They're driving us out.
Radar lock.
I'm surrounded by enemies. Just came up from behind.
Galm 1, missile launched.
They even brought their airborne troops into this. Sector E5 has been surrounded.
Incoming message from Operations Command. Airlift operation was a success. All enemy forces near Solus Ortis have been eliminated. The rest is up to the ground forces. Galm team, mission complete. Return to base.
Galm 1, begin landing jets. You are cleared to land. You're coming in too fast. Slow down. You're coming in too fast. Slow down. Turn right. You're coming in too fast. Slow down. You're coming in too fast. Slow down. Nicely done, Galm 1.
Operation Varsity succeeded. Ground troops are now en route to Solus Ortis. It won't be long now before Ustio is liberated. Preparations to liberate Directus are now complete. I will now brief you on the Ustio 6th Air Division's role in regaining control of the capital. Directus is divided into 5 administrative wards, centering on the River Crescere. Powerful weapons have been placed in each ward, comprising the Belkan Army's Ustio branch headquarters. This battle will determine our fate, as the annihilation of all enemy forces will mean liberation for the nation of Ustio. The enemy forces are primarily comprised of ground troops, but we have received information that, while not yet confirmed, there is also a squadron of high-tech enemy fighters. Your orders are to destroy the Belkan forces and liberate Directus. We can't afford to lose.
Start the operation. Release 5 sectors under Belkan control.
to win.
Locked on. Galm 1, engage. Enemy armored vehicle destroyed. Radar lock. Galm 1, missile launched.
The tide should turn once they get their capital city back.
Locked on. AA guns destroyed.
Aren't there any orders from higher up? Where's the general? Hasn't anyone seen him? Abandon Area 2. Reposition the battlefront immediately. Aerial attacks won't help at this point.
Radar lock. Hurry up and get this bird in the air. We've already lost this city. I don't care. Just get us the hell out of Directus. The Belkan chopper is leaving the battlefront. Looks like they're running scared.
Fox 2, Fox 2! Sam destroyed!
Fox 2. Sam destroyed.
You saw the general at the chopper landing pad? What's our air support round to? What? We've lost Sector 3? What the hell is that ringing? That sound takes me back. This is our city! Belkan doesn't belong here!
Galm 1, Fox 2.
This is Tank Company 3. We're being attacked by Belkan fighters. Somebody take them out for us. I thought they were supposed to be our best. Why is that bell ringing? The bell tower should be closed down. We can't hold the battlefront. Retreat!
Missile break.
Hostile mercenaries are doing as they please.
Locked on. AA guns destroyed.
Belkan ground forces in Sector 4 have been eliminated. The people here are ringing their freedom now. We no longer have a means of escape. Mass together all troops and regroup. Belkans, get out! Get the hell out of our city! The tank unit calling for support was wiped out. Looks like we didn't make it in time.
Missile warning.
Galm 2, Fox 2!
This is Eagle Eye. It looks like all sectors have been liberated.
The city has fallen to the Allied forces. Any soldiers left, open up an escape route. We lost. The Belkan army. We've been defeated. We got our city back! They've got a reason to fight. This battle's over.
Warning, warning. Enemy reinforcements approaching.
What? Now? Two crabs approaching at high speed. Let's take care of them. those two planes. If only we could have made it here earlier. Yo, 2, stop that awful bell from ringing.
Locked on.
Kill 1, Fox 2.
Approaching gun range.
The city is in chaos. Roger. There's 2 of them and there's 2 of us. That works in our favor.
Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar.
But too late.
Radar lock.
That's what we're here to do.
Bandits in gun range. Locked on.
It looks like the Allied forces have taken control.
Approaching gun range.
We might be too late. It takes more than just a fancy plane to fly like that. They don't miss a beat.
Missile evaded.
There's 2 of them, but our flying styles are a lot different. Those planes are tricky to fly, but the pilots are making it look easy.
Galm 1, missile evaded.
They fly well together. I've never seen such precise coordination.
Missile off target.
This is Galm 2. I'm hit. Bail out. That's an order. Takes time to admit you've lost.
Bandits in gun range. Radar lock.
Watch out, Galm 1. Expect the unexpected this time. These guys are gonna be tougher than I thought.
Approaching gun range. I know Cypher and Pixie can get the job done. That's a kill. Airspace threat eliminated. Galm team, mission complete.
We've taken back this sector. Belkan is no longer in control.
Cypher, you hear those people screaming for freedom? That's where we come in. Directus is free of any threats now. Let's head back to base.
On May 13th, 1995, Ustio was finally liberated. The tide of war was about to change dramatically.
Belka's Ustio branch headquarters has fallen. Directus has been liberated. I just received a vintage bottle of Chateau Bouloise for the Galm team. It's a hard-to-find Cabernet. Perfect, I'd say, for celebrating an occasion such as this.
The true nature of the war begins from this point forward. Accounts vary depending on the article and source. Everyone is a hero and a villain, and no one knows who is the victim and who is the aggressor. And what is peace? All questions commonly asked about any war in history. As the battlegrounds move to Belka, he is also thrust into the middle of this war. This is also where my interests shift from the war to him.
Intelligence reports that Belka is developing nuclear arms and V2, a weapon of mass destruction. The Allied forces' top brass have decided to send troops across the Hydrian line into Belka to check for nuclear arms and secure resource interests. Centered on the ruined base of Gladysant, the Hydrian line, Belka's long line of defense, stretches 700 kilometers from Osea's southern border to the border of Saturn. Situated at the peak of Mount Evrea, the ruins of Gladysant have been transformed into a modern base with anti-aircraft artillery and a powerful defense system. The Galm team's mission is to launch an aerial strike on Gladysant, opening the door to Belka for our ground troops. In all probability, this will be an extended operation. You will be able to refuel during the latter half of the mission. If you're low on fuel, temporarily withdraw from the battle and return to base. Good luck.
Galm 1, you are cleared for takeoff.
Fire! Fenrir 6, you're clear for takeoff. Fenrir 7, hurry up and taxi.
Having engine problems? You're supposed to tell me about those things ahead of time.
Does this ever end? At this rate, we're not gonna make it. How could you forget to fuel up? Hurry up and get over here!
Fire! Mercenaries have been busy flying in and out of here all day. Are the supply and fire prevention teams ready? Galm 1, altitude restrictions canceled. Return to your mission. Good luck. Nuclear inspection, huh? What a joke.
Fire away at Gladysant. Your job this time is to take out their defense mechanisms. A return line is located on the south side of the operation airspace. All planes can pass over this line whenever they need to resupply.
They're here! Commence firing! Alpha 7 here. I've been hit. Stay alert or you'll be shot full of holes.
SAM destroyed.
Fire a missile into the hole.
Locked on.
Roger.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Just stick with someone slick and you should get through this without a scratch. One little mistake and it's all over. It's hell out here. Above and below.
AA guns destroyed. Radar lock.
Don't expect us to do the impossible.
This is area gate. The fire's broken out inside. Sector A's been taken care of. Head for the other sectors. Locked on. AA guns destroyed.
Watch out. The enemy's tracking you on radar.
Missile break.
Check that out. It took a hell of a lot of gunfire to make those holes.
Can't maintain altitude.
Plane wrecks. Gladysant must have shot him down here.
Enemy spotted. Initiate attack.
Someone's fired at us from that mountain.
guns destroyed. Radar lock. Just don't bite the dust. Enemy facility destroyed.
They must hate our guts to put up something like this.
Stop the Allied forces at Gladysons. Belkan is just behind us.
Radar lock. Shack on the target.
This will be a springboard to nuclear inspections. We've got to sink that fortress.
Galm 1, Box 2.
Looks like an ocean of bullets coming at us.
Locked on. Enemy facility destroyed.
Looks like things are gonna get rough. Don't go nuts on me now.
Box 2.
We'll have to destroy all the caves.
Status report. The area wall is destroyed. Provide backup for all other areas.
Sector E has been stripped of all functions. Well done.
I won't let them pass the Gladysons. Keep the Allied forces out.
This is close to my hometown. I won't let the Allied forces go any further. Guns mounted on the ruins? This fortress has everything. There's a flurry of bullets heading our way. Don't get shot down, buddy. They're coming at us from the sky. Shoot them down. 40% of enemy forces are under our control. Follow the Galm team. Don't worry about the fire anymore. Dispatch more troops in the battle.
Radar lock. Missile hit. AA guns destroyed.
Someone try flying between those pillars.
Galm 1, Box 2.
AWACS, send me some information.
Locked on.
What's happening to Section 3? Haven't communications been restored yet?
Break missile. SAM destroyed.
They're firing at us. Take cover.
Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar. Box 2.
What happened to the enemy? Where'd they disappear to?
Missile break.
SAM destroyed! Those pillars are in the way.
AA guns destroyed. Locked on. Warning, the enemy's locked onto you.
Status report. Area counterattack powers have failed.
Destruction of Sector C confirmed.
Galm 1 shot down a bandit.
The enemy has secured a supply route. They're flying in and out like crazy.
How much do we have to blow up for this to end? Doesn't look like things will calm down anytime soon.
Abandoned anti-aircraft bunker 4. There's nothing of use there now. Missiles? Our battery is just fine.
forces are under our control. It's time to rock and roll. All planes, eliminate Gladysant.
Players are broken out in sectors 1 and 5. Let them get the barrier zone. No can do. All hands are currently occupied. Send all soldiers to sector 5. Call on all available troops. Don't get hit by friendly fire from the ground forces. Enemy attacks are too intense. There's no time to even pick a target. I'll give the Allied forces all they can handle. That way, mop them up nice and quick. There's a fire creeping up on explosives in that tent. Get away from it. Call for support from other areas.
Missile launched.
Retreat! Retreat! We'll get caught up in the smoke! Doesn't look like this battle's ever gonna end. Our facility's been hit!
Gladysant's attack powers have been neutralized. All planes, return to base.
Did something just flash?
The operation was a success. Gladysant has fallen. The Allied forces have broken through the Hydrian line, bringing the battle to Belkan. I must inform you, however, that while you were on your mission, we received a report that the squadron attacking from Ustio's border was wiped out by a mysterious attack. We are currently investigating this incident. Belka's second line of defense stretches across the Shane Plains in the central region of southern Belka. Centered on 2 anti-aircraft camps, this line blocks our refueling unit's air route and is already delaying our military plans. This operation will consist of attacks on enemy ground troops and engagements with enemy fighters. There will be 3 squadrons in total. You can decide which one to accompany. Alpha Team will be responsible for destroying enemy ground ordnance. Beta Team's job will be to eliminate air resistance and destroying enemy ground ordnance. Theta Team will eliminate air resistance. Escort Allied transport craft after each mission is completed. That is all.
Hey, Cypher, you hear me? Just look at the view. There's not much difference between those countries from up here.
Belka's defense line is just up ahead. Avoid enemy fire while snuffing out their ground forces.
So this is the mercenary unit everybody's been talking about. Let's watch how these Ustio mercenaries do the job.
You should be making visual contact with the enemy base soon. Prepare to engage.
Aircraft have been spotted on radar. They've been identified on IFF as the Allied forces. Where's the commander? Didn't you hear the warning? Actually, we lost contact with him 5 days ago. We're in a lot of confusion here. Sounds like you ran out on us before the enemy came. Just initiate the attack sequence. We're supposed to clean up the skies, but we should really take out all the enemy firepower we can handle.
planes until they're able to land.
There they are. It's the Allied transport planes. Thank you for securing your superiority. What was that? Something flashed again. Anywhere! Forward, back! Where did that attack just come from? What the hell happened? AWACS, what's going on?
Hold on. Incoming emergency message from Operations HQ. Enemy launching long-range attacks. Current airspace is within range.
Now you tell us. Where should we fly?
Transmitting projected enemy targeting coordinates. All units, evade attacks and withdraw from airspace.
Here comes an attack. Watch out! Plane 4 just vanished. Allied planes are disappearing from radar. Plane 6 is gone too. This is bad. I'm out of here. Hurry up and establish altitude control. One of us could be next. Halo 10 is not responding. What's going on? That wasn't a missile. Did that blast get him? The formation is gone.
Galm team, check the enemy's estimated long-range attack coordinates via radar.
Laser weaponry? Those damn Belkans? Halo 5, respond! Don't panic, just keep flying and keep an eye on your radar.
Galm team, evacuate to the south immediately. You're almost out of the operation airspace. Stay on course to the south. You're out of the danger zone. Galm team, return to base.
Looks like we live to see another day, Cypher. Welcome back.
That was a bad nightmare. We lost several of our members. Mercenaries like us are disposable to the guys in charge. But in the end, we survived.
The mission objectives were achieved, but only through great sacrifices on our side due to enemy laser ordnance. Still, the best defense is offense. We're counting on you to help lead us to victory. we discovered that the unidentified laser weapon is a long-range offensive weapon, codenamed Excalibur. We believe it to be a Belkan anti-aircraft defense chemical laser weapon, developed as a missile defense system. According to our information, the strike zone is heavily guarded by a jamming facility and multiple anti-aircraft artillery units. Your objective is to destroy Excalibur. But to do that, you must first neutralize the jamming facility and the anti-aircraft artillery. Considering the importance of your target to the enemy, I'm afraid there's no way to avoid casualties from enemy resistance. In light of this, we've called in reinforcements for this mission. Work together with them to achieve the mission objectives.
on target. We can even see it from here. Good job.
Yes! We did it! The sword has been pulled from the stone. It was Usio's flight lead who did it. Right on! Now that's what I call teamwork. Cypher, you hear that war welcome? It's the sweet sound of victory. Not bad for a group of misfits, huh? Well done!
All planes, job well done. PJ, don't get too excited and crash, buddy.
Yeah!
Although we didn't discover any nuclear facilities, Excalibur is no longer a threat. This can be considered a substantial victory for our side. Head Operations has recognized you as an indispensable component in this war, and expresses their utmost gratitude and respect. Orders have come in for an emergency sortie. A major air engagement is taking place as we speak between Belka and the Allied forces near the border, in the B7R airspace, which Belka is committed to defend at all costs. B7R, commonly known as the Round Table, has long been a symbol of Belka's political, military, and industrial might. However, at noon today, along with its lightning-quick commencement of Operation Battle Axe, the Allied forces officially announced the permanent abrogation of its non-aggression treaty at the Assembly of Nations, and simultaneously attacked B7R with a massive fighter squadron. This mission may be our chance to finally end the Belkan War once and for all. I wish you luck.
Incoming message from Allied Forces HQ. 40% of Allied air forces are already lost. Damn it, there's too many of them. We can't handle them all. Where are the reinforcements? Time to dive into the fireworks. I've never been in an aerial battle of this scope before. Where's the support? All damaged aircraft return to base. Still no reinforcements from base. If only they'd get here, we could put an end to this all at once. Another plane's been shot down. The round table's nothing special. I'll take care of things. Our support's here. Who did they send us? You're hit. You better disengage before it gets worse. Our FF has confirmed it's Galm. The reinforcement team is Galm. Miss! The guy who pulled out Talbert's sword is here. Be careful. We've still got to get the job done. I'll put that Usio mercenary in his place. Where's the missile? Don't give up. It's not over yet. I'll shoot him down and make a name for myself. Damn it, it didn't hit. You don't have what it takes to fly in a round table. We're outclassed in a dogfight.
enemy threat level has dropped under 50%. Just a little more.
Sorcerer 1 to all units. That's the Galm team. Watch and learn. I missed. Galm's not fighting alone. Let's show them what the Ocean Air Force can do. Damn, the sky is so crowded. Miss. Time to get fired up, boys! The commander's plane is gone. Confirm our chain of command. They're attacking without mercy. Did he plan on burning everything? That was still mercenary. Damn him. He's turning the tide of battle in their favor. That kind of pilot, they call it Demon Lord. Wizard 1 to all units. Belkan's days are over. Let's wrap this up. Galm's revived our front line. Those mercenaries are gonna get all the credit again. I fight for peace. That's what I'm up here for. While you're up here fighting for peace, tons of blood is being shed on the ground. Some peace, kid. And I'm here to put an end to that. You think you can stop bloodshed by shedding more blood? Flying with all those ideals swimming around in your head is gonna get you killed. Damn it! The enemy has the initiative. Where are the reinforcements?
Galm team, multiple craft approaching. Something's wrong. Stay alert.
The front is retreating. They're fast. Follow them. This will be your final lesson. Roger on. Follow me.
Galm 1, take out the reinforcements.
This battle is getting out of hand. Stay alert at all times. Fox 2! Phantom jets! It's the Silver Eagle! They really did come back. One of our planes is down! Awaiting your orders, boss. All planes stay focused and fly as usual.
Locked on. Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar. Launched it.
He's fighting clean. I'll show him he's only digging his own grave. Another aircraft? Push on it now. Demon of Lucio. So that pilot is the Demon Lord? Be on the lookout and climb to high altitude. Freeze my head. Damn it! Damn it! They're watching each other's positions. I better not divert from the team. I can't believe how quick they are. It didn't hit. Galm 1, evasive action. I missed.
Bandits in gun range.
Fox 2.
Radar lock.
Damn the Phantom. I guess looks can be deceiving. Where did you learn to
tracking you on radar. Approaching gun range. Missile evaded. Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar. Missile warning.
I wasn't able to cover them. Fox 2!
Warning, the enemy's locked onto you.
I missed.
Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar.
Galm 2, Fox 2!
Missed.
Yeah! Cypher just bagged a bandit! The demon's born of the round table.
All targets within combat airspace are down. Operation complete.
Yo, buddy. You still alive?
We were victorious in the B7R engagement. The round table is finally toppled. According to our reports, the pilot in the F-4E that you engaged was an Academy-trained ace. It won't be long now before we win this war.
My pulse raced at the astounding accomplishments of the mercenary known as Demon Lord. I forgot about my job and read everything I had on hand. Around the time Demon Lord received his nickname, South Belka showed signs of weariness regarding the war. Because the region was set up as a defense line to protect the birthplace of Belka in the north, the people's dissatisfaction had reached a climax. The cities declared themselves demilitarized and peacefully surrendered to the Allied forces. Unable to establish a defensive position, the Belkan army kept retreating to the north. The end of the war was fast approaching. I was given an opportunity to interview the former aces of the Belkan Air Force. Back then, they were the masters of the sky, and they had also known him. So I crossed the border to follow his trail. I wanted to capture the war and the Demon Lord from their point of view, to capture the voices of those who were there. Indigo Team Commander, former member of the Belkan Air Force, 7th Air Division, 51st Tactical Fighter Squadron, Dmitri Heinrich, an ace whose precision and grace in flying earned him the title of Blue Heron. Today he has his hands full with the family business.
Well, that day, right before I deployed, my airspace assignment was changed. Initially, my squadron was assigned to the stable Eastern Front. That was changed to Area B7R, the round table where casualties were recorded at a fearsome pace. It's also the place where I met him. It was just 2 planes, him and an eagle. And yet our lead force didn't stand a chance against them. I could tell he was good, and it was going to be bad for us. But there was something else I noticed. He hesitated. A vulnerability that can be exploited. I was certain I would win. The pilot was still young. He had yet to master the rules of combat. But in the end, I was shot down.
Gelb Team is number 2, former member of the Belkan Air Force, 5th Air Division, 23rd Tactical Fighter Squadron, Rainer Altman. He flew the skies of Directus during the capital's liberation, and he's still there to this day.
I met him above this very sky. I can still hear the sound of the missile alerts from that day. I received an order to fly to Directus on my way back from an intercept mission on the southern defense line. The order itself wasn't unusual. We kept being deployed from one mission to the next without receiving even the basic maintenance. But the situation was the same all around. We were late reaching the operational space. The station squadrons had already retreated, and warning bells were going off in the city. And the people were looking up to his plane, high above the sky. I couldn't see any emotion in his maneuvers. I didn't feel like I was fighting against a human being. I wanted to end that battle as quickly as possible.
Silber Team Commander, former member of the Belkan Air Force, 51st Air Division, 126th Tactical Fighter Squadron. Dietrich Kellerman. He was once the top ace at Belka and a fiery instructor at the Air Force Academy. In 1995, the Belkan Air Force sent him to the front lines to bolster troop morale.
He was good. From what I'd heard about him, I thought he was still just a young mercenary. But he matured since then. He still wasn't perfect, but I could see he had come a long way towards understanding the rules of combat. What's important on the battlefield is to let go of hate, to survive, and to adhere to the rules you've set for yourself. These are the rules I've taught my students. And when I saw him, I could tell my time was done. A new generation had inherited the sky. There was no more need for an old soldier like me.
Every time I flew with him, his skill stood out. He was unstoppable. He was cool-headed and proud. A combat professional. Demon Lord fit him perfectly. Maybe the man was blessed by the goddess of war. Before long, everyone had taken notice of him. More and more would show up to watch him go off on sortie. Mercenaries or maintenance crew, it didn't matter. People wanted to burn his image to their memories. Hell, they weren't the only ones.
The Belkan forces are beginning to take flight. The industrial city of Hoffnung is crucial to the enemy's industrial strategy and the heart of its war productions. The Allied forces have decided that all Belkan war production must be stopped to expedite the end of the war, and has requested our participation in this operation. The operation will primarily involve the bombing of ground facilities by the Allied forces' bombers. Your mission is to support those bombers and attack enemy facilities. We have achieved near total air supremacy over the target area, but don't let your guard down. There may still be sporadic resistance.
Galm 2 to all units. I've confirmed a burning city up ahead. That must mean the bombing started.
Cover the Allied bombers. Eliminate all ground and aerial threats.
Let's move. Bombers. Remove Belka's ability to counterattack. Priority is placed on destruction over accuracy. Initiate bombing sequence. Drop them all! Turn it to ashes! That's not enough! Drop more bombs!
crossing to Sector 2, but some Belkan planes are giving us trouble. Take down those planes for us. detected an unknown craft on radar. The blip is barely visible. It may be a stone.
We'll destroy them all. I won't let them get back alive. Mayday! Mayday! Mayday!
Down all Belkan fighters.
Ignore the civilians. Our priority is withdrawing the troops out of the area. Abandon Block D. Join up with this company from Block C. Don't leave anything behind for the Allied forces. Mission objective fulfilled. All units, return to base. Damn them all.
Nobody knew why they were fighting anymore. All I felt at that point was sadness for the world. That's why
Pursued by Allied forces, the Belkan forces have taken flight, abandoning Hoffnung. Without military production capabilities, Belka is in a bind. We were also able to confiscate samples of what seemed to be experimental weapons from the abandoned war factories, before Belka had time to use them. There are still pockets of resistance holed up in the industrial city of Sudentor. Although fleeing, the Belkan army continues to fight back and are using the Valdreich Mountains as a final line of defense in an attempt to prevent our army from reaching northern Belka. For this mission, we would like you to assist the Allied ground troops by clearing the skies of enemy fighters. The South Belka munitions factory is located in Sudentor, which means the remaining troops, although few in number, are well outfitted. Head to the designated operations rendezvous location, point 203.
DJ, don't even think about talking to your girl over the radio.
I wouldn't do that during a job.
Crow Team, do you read me? Head for Valdreich to take out any remnant forces the Belkans could have positioned out there. Galm 2, what's the problem? You're behind.
Don't worry, I'll catch up. This is PJ from Crow Team. Galm 2, is there a problem with your craft? Nah, I'm just sad.
Emergency transmission from Allied HQ. A Belkan bomber squadron equipped with nuclear weapons has taken off for Ustio.
What?
Enemy bombers are approaching this airspace. Galm Team, Crow Team, head to intercept.
Crow 1, roger. Crow 2, moving to engage enemy. I'll stop them. This war would end if they blew everything up.
this is where we go our separate ways.
All enemy planes are down. Return to base. Hold on and stay.
We were unable to confirm if the enemy squadron you engaged was equipped with nuclear weapons. We don't know all the details yet, but multiple nuclear detonations have been verified within the Belkan border. It is also unclear whether or not Galm 2, who disappeared during the mission, is still alive. We will continue our search efforts, but at this point there's not much hope. Our communications network is still down due to the nuclear explosions. Remain on standby until conditions improve.
June 6th, 1995. I was still in school at the time, but I'll never forget the images I saw on the news that day. The Belkans set off 7 nuclear explosions on their own soil. Maybe their old militaristic leaders couldn't stand the idea of Allied forces invading their land, and declared to the world that the land to the north was the Holy Land of Belka. According to official records, more than 12,000 people died. It was a grand self-sacrifice that engulfed all. The only thing remaining was the desolate landscape. How did the people of Belka feel about what they saw? And what did he think of it when he looked down on it from the sky?
We have discovered remaining enemy troops gathered in the Yering Mine area in northwest Belka. Numerous divisions of the Belkan army refuse to accept the change in government and are disobeying the command to disband. Your mission is to clear out the remaining Belkan troops, and if the reports are accurate, there are still plenty of them. The Higher Lark base, located in Osean territory, has been arranged for your refueling. If your tank is low, go there and they'll help you out. To compensate for the losses in Galm team, Crow team will be joining you. We're counting on your best performance yet.
You are cleared for takeoff.
join you as Galm 2. I'll be flying under your command now. Give me orders at any time. It's an honor to fly as Galm's number 2. And by the way, PJ stands for Patrick James. And I like to play polo. You know, the game with the horses? Maybe we should get going now.
A return line is located on the west side of the operation airspace. Pass over this line whenever you need repairs or supplies.
It's too bad about Pixie. I guess we won't be flying the skies together anymore. shot down by Galm 1.
Radar lock.
Damn mercenary! Haven't you earned enough? But you're not a real hero till you're dead.
Missile launched.
I should be able to fly like Galm 1 without any unnecessary maneuvers.
It shouldn't be that tough if there's only 2 of them. There's nothing to worry about. Drop the partitions.
Dropping.
Enemy aircraft spotted. Hide in the forest. We've got company. Apparently Ustio's Demon Lord has arrived.
Box 2. Warning, the enemy's locked onto you.
Miss!
Missed.
Missile evaded!
Galm 1, Box 2.
Transfer is complete up to number 6. The rest will be done soon. The 8th platoon has been put on garrison duty. That's what they're here for.
So, Belkan still has an organized platoon.
AA guns destroyed.
There's 2 of them. The Demon Lord went towards your platoon. Are you sure there's only 2? Confirm.
Locked on. Missile launched.
Is all ammo loaded up on the ship?
Tank destroyed.
That is one huge facility.
Did you release the moorings on the transport ship?
What's that huge hangar for?
All planes have left the hangar.
Dropping. Radar lock.
We've destroyed the hangar.
That's already been moved. No problems.
Damn, counterattacks are difficult.
Long-term defense is not possible. Hold on to the double.
Radar lock.
The passage into the central area is dangerous. Bring them in through the underground floor.
Missile launched. AA guns destroyed. Galm 1, missile launched.
Number 2 is already out. We've left the rest up to them.
The enemy threat level has dropped off even more.
Don't panic. Just keep working.
Tank destroyed.
I know there's only 2, but those fighters can take this place alone.
rookies.
Whew! All right.
The mission to clear out remaining Belkan resistance was a success. As to the intended purpose for using the giant hangar described in the report, rest assured that intelligence is looking into the matter. We've received a report that remaining Belkan troops are converging on Belka's northeast coast of Anfang. The enemy is deploying land, sea, and airstrike teams. These troops refuse to accept the Belkan interim government's official capitulation and are adamantly resisting. In light of the current political situation, this mission will be a top-secret operation carried out entirely by mercenaries. The mission will be called Operation Bloom and will be divided into 3 separate areas. The Mars Strike Team will attack enemy naval vessels and surface troops along the coast. The Mercury Strike Team will engage land units and enemy fighters that are using a tunnel as a makeshift airbase. The Jupiter Strike Team will be responsible for maintaining air superiority after the Mars and Mercury teams have completed their missions. This operation will begin at 1600, when the capitulation ceremony takes place in Lumen. Mars team will strike first, followed by Mercury and then Jupiter. Choose carefully which team you wish to join. That is all.
Galm team, take out Belka's remnant forces assembled at the coastline.
I wish I could clean up the battlefield in the quickest, most practical way possible, like Cypher. I'll give it a shot.
We're broadcasting live from the signing ceremony here in Lumen. Senior officials from each nation have come here in hopes of a peaceful solution.
I'm gonna put an end to this war.
Today's signatures will ratify an agreement which calls for the disarmament of Belka. Belka's military forces will be reduced, and tension with neighboring countries will come to an end. The agreement will be covered in detail at a later broadcast.
Make them cancel the ceasefire radio announcement.
According to our sources, the agreement also touches on the possession of nuclear armaments. Nevertheless, the Great War that enveloped the eastern countries and cost the lives of so many has finally come to an end.
This battle should put an end to the war. They still have a lot of firepower left. Using nukes didn't solve anything. How would Pixie fly in this battle? This is Galm 2. Something's wrong. There's too many to be remnant forces.
Don't let them interfere with our departure.
The war is over. What are you doing?
I'm gonna ferry the Demon Lord here.
Why are they still fighting? Why don't they understand?
All of our cannons have been destroyed. We are unable to resume our attacks.
remnant forces have been completely eliminated. Well done, Galm team.
Today is a day of hope. A day in which tension between different countries will be greatly reduced.
This is no remnant resistance. This war's not over yet.
Thanks to your help, the operation was a success. The ceremony was also conducted without any trouble. We're still investigating why so many enemy forces were converging together, but have succeeded in cutting off the remaining resistance forces from the rest of the Belkan army.
June 20th, 1995. A treaty declaring a cessation of hostilities was signed in Lumen, a city on the border of South Belka and Osea. It was a one-sided treaty that heavily favored Osea. The borders of the affected countries that fluxed greatly over the past years finally settled down at the cost of many human lives. The battlefield shifted to the tables, and the politicians from all countries squabbled with each other over the rights to the underground natural resources, the initial cause of this war. 6 months passed without any developments, 6 months of void. I focused on this time period for the hidden truth laid there. And I learned that my pursuit of him was not a mistake.
The top officers in the Belkan army have pulled a coup d'etat. Calling their organization a world with no boundaries, the forces bombed the city of Lumen, where the cessation of hostilities treaty was signed, using a giant gunship codenamed XBO. Your mission is to pursue the XBO and... Wait! We've just received an emergency transmission from the control tower. Unidentified aircraft are approaching our base. Scramble all planes. Quick, there's no time! Get into the air immediately!
Warning, heavy ECMs. We're now on Cold Horn alert. Visual confirmation of craft approaching the base. Everyone head to your boats. This is Galm 2. Control tower, situation report. Fire! Unidentified craft entering our airspace. Here they come. Take them out of the way. They're going for the runway. Direct hit on the runway. We can't take off.
It could even be the Galm team. Send them up.
Emergency launch! Hurry!
Just get us airborne and we'll take care of the rest. It should be in the storehouse. Bring it here. I equipped this plane myself. Bring it back in one piece.
Ground zero. No signs of life.
Our base has suffered extensive damage. Galm team, we're counting on you. Warning, unknown craft on radar. Initiate operation.
We have to go into battle.
2, commence the attack on XBO. XBO must be destroyed. It's the only way to prevent a world with no boundaries.
That's fine, team. Shoot down those Osteo flies. That demon lord has got to be quite an eyesore.
Wait, we're engaging friendly aircraft. These are Sapin fighters. Osteo 6th Air Division to Sapin aircraft. Cease attack immediately. All right, I approve the fight against the Sapin forces.
Demon lord, huh? Does he really think his pride is enough for victory?
It's that mercenary unit everyone's talking about. Let's find out if they're really that good.
Keep flying. I got your back.
Be careful, Galm team. They're not just fast, their coordination is top-notch.
Damn it, they know what they're doing.
I am moved to support. They look like worthy opponents.
It's a shame there's no audience. This is going to be quite a show.
Those aren't ordinary pilots. They really know how to fight. We have a good chance if it's a team battle. I'll defend the praise belt.
Those escort planes are in the way. Take them out. XBO will be out of combat airspace in 20 miles. Move it.
Not bad. His movement is pretty good.
Playtime's over. I'll put an end to this now.
Stay alert. They might be good. Espada 2, report your status. Switch hydraulic system to line B. Pressure is dropping on valve 3. The Espada team was shut down. Both of them? Contact them. They should still be able to fly.
It's coming right at me.
Get ready for an aerial battle. You know what to do, right?
Locked on. Bandits in gun range.
Warning! The enemy's tracking you on radar.
Radar lock. Break missile.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar.
Don't let them get in close. We're shut down. It's
airspace in 10 miles. It's your last chance. Missile launched. Locked on.
It was too early for freeze mode.
Galm 1, missile launched.
Damn, he's closing in on everyone.
Get some attacks in around the XBO cockpit. That should mess up his steering. The XBO has been stripped of all defenses. Take her out, Galm team. Radar lock. Missile hit.
The XBO's taking the death blow. It was Cypher. Cypher did it.
Nice work, Galm team. Operation complete.
Our death is not the end of everything. The rest is up to you.
There's a coded message on the radio. Decrypting message. Yo, buddy, you still alive? Yes.
Thanks to you, the XBO has been shot down. However, our base was heavily damaged in the surprise attack. The squadron that you engaged consisted of Sapin and Osean fighters. We're currently investigating the situation. Once we determine the location of the renegade organization, we will launch a counterinsurgency operation. We have confirmed that the aircraft that attacked our base belonged to the major rebel organization, A World with No Boundaries. This highly organized renegade army is comprised of soldiers from numerous countries, including Osea, Sapin, and of course Belka. They are believed to possess a massive arsenal of weapons. The coup forces are gathered at Mund, in northern Belka, where they've confiscated the Avalon Dam facility from the Belkan army. What's worse, we've discovered that this facility houses an experimental V2 weapon. Unfortunately, it took us a long amount of time to uncover this information due to the facility's location beneath the dam's waters. Proceed immediately to Avalon and destroy the V2 weapon. Note that B7R blocks your route from Valais Air Base to Mund. You will most likely encounter fierce resistance from the coup forces at both B7R and Mund. Remember to be prepared for attacks from land, air, or elsewhere when choosing which aircraft to pilot. This mission will succeed upon the destruction of the V2 at the target area and your safe return to base. Now go destroy that weapon and come back in one piece. Anything else is unacceptable.
Your final sortie. All right, launch preparations complete.
R. It's an awful place, but the fastest shortcut. Maintain current course. Enemy aircraft detected close to area B7R. There's no time to change course. Eliminate enemy forces in the round table and break through it.
They have different ID signals in Belkan.
This is Wizard 1. The Demon Lord has captured the net. This is Wizard 5. Roger. Let's begin. Target acquired. There's 4 of them. They're approaching from the front. The Demon Lord has built himself up quite a name. Let's see if he can live up to it.
Come on, Ocean aircraft! Can't you read your IFM? We're allies, not enemies!
These aren't friendly craft. They're coup d'etat forces.
What are you doing? The war's ended long ago!
Whatever their reasons, some pilots from Osea have joined the coup. You don't have time to play around with them. Hurry up and shoot them all down.
What are you fighting for? This place is no longer a battlefield. The World War is being fought on a small round table in a meeting room.
It's a discussion to decide the beginnings of a new era.
Crashing greed is the cause of all conflict.
Missile evaded.
Style and skill does not matter in battle. The last plane flying is the winner.
Warning! The enemy's tracking you on radar! Fox 2! Fox 2!
Wizard 1 is flying out front again.
Radar lock.
Only 4? That's not right. Stealth fighters are mixed in with them.
I can see him well from here.
Damn! Reconfirming position!
Then the Demon Lord of the Round Table must exit the stage. We will carry out the new creation of destruction through the power of righteousness.
What do you mean?
Territories, peoples, authorities, all will be liberated. This is the new state, a world with no boundaries will create. Neither nations nor nationalities have meaning. We will erase these unnecessary borders. The world will change.
Launched it. Bandits in gun range.
Missile launched.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar.
Just as he said, he flies with aggression.
Bandits down. Nice shooting.
He's not destroying anything unnecessarily. The Demon Lord's just as good as they say.
Galm 1, missile evaded. Bandits in gun range. Radar lock. Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar. no change in plans. Stay on course to target destination.
I'll follow Cypher to the end.
I never expected their defense network to be so strong. An Allied Forces squadron approaching from a different route should be arriving at the rendezvous point any time now. It seems the coup force isn't playing around. Maintain your present course and rendezvous with the Allied squad. I'll transmit the latest data we've received from the Allied forces. According to this, the dam is protected by an intensive anti-aircraft defense network. To deal with this, the Allied squadron will draw anti-aircraft fire to itself in the skies. Meanwhile, Galm team will join the Allied squad's Avalon Dam strike team and approach the target at low altitude through the canyon. That's the only way we stand a chance at succeeding. If you destroy the V-2 launch control facility, you should be able to stop the weapon from being fired. The V-2 will probably be equipped with a nuclear warhead. The destruction caused by its single warhead will most likely dwarf the damage inflicted by that tactical nuclear attack before. All the Allied forces will be mobilized for this full-scale operation. It seems this war doesn't want to come to an end. We must stop the V-2 launch. Hurry!
Pilots, check your plane and prepare for refueling. 1 mile to refueling craft. Maintain your current flight path. Nicely done, Galm 1.
Once you're close, increase altitude and fly over the dam.
This is PJ. If I'm with you, I know I can do it. I'll follow your lead. It's the Galm team. We've been waiting for you. Follow us and we'll escort you to Avalon.
Keep it low and steady, Galm team. We'll handle any fighters. You're not the only pros.
You've passed the first bridge.
Damn, get him, Flip. Calm down. Galm isn't the only team that can fight. Our guys above are taking the heat. Don't let them down.
Hurry, but keep it cool.
Light off weights here. Savage 4 pulling out.
Joker 1's down. 10 planes left.
Joker 4 disengaged. 9 planes left. Point A cleared. Damn, the wall.
Joker 3's hit. 8 planes left.
Bail out! Bail out!
Warning! The enemy's locked onto you.
Sam destroyed. You've passed the second bridge. Radar lock.
Gizmo 2, hang in there. It won't be long until Galm team
V2 also went down. 6 planes left. Inferno 4, on point B. Damn, Menace 2's been hit too. 5 planes left.
I feel like I'm about to hurl.
Enemy fighters at 6 o'clock. It's no use, we can't shake them. Go on ahead.
He's coming. The Demon Lord is coming here. You passed the 3rd bridge.
Those fighters on their way to the round table were fearlessly shot down.
Some of those radars are ripped out. 4 planes left. Come on!
The rest of us can still make it through this. Don't let any more people die.
Stay on alert. We have to stop them somehow.
No! Terminal leader's been taken out. 3 planes left.
Damn, there goes Domino 4. Only 2 planes left.
If we can just make it through here.
Galm 1, missile evaded. Locked on!
activation of nuclear silo. Galm team, continue your mission. Engage. Stand by. We're analyzing the situation.
Here comes the snow.
Shoot down the enemy. I'll run a plane analysis and fill you in ASAP.
Those who survive a long time on the battlefield start to think they're invincible. I bet you do too, buddy.
Front air intake.
When we face
So this is the hidden truth about the war. And this is where his trail ends as well. The impact of the 7 nuclear detonations on the world's psyche was great. Those who witnessed the carnage went on to organize a global arms reduction. Perhaps they were admonishing themselves. Furthermore, the existence of V2 was concealed. The events that occurred after the war faded from people's memories, and these men were also sealed away from history. Maybe this was one path to achieve peace. And here the curtain falls on this story. However, that does not mean their own stories came to an end.
I fly under the code of knighthood. It's no surprise, since we soldiers are the descendants of the Belkan Knights. We protect the meek and give our lives for honor, but that does not mean that we are generous, since generosity will cost us our lives. If the pilot survived to the end of the war, he must have carried out these rules.
I bailed out and landed here. The captain was gone. I've lived a comfortable life since then, and I probably have him to thank for that. They ring the bells here at dusk to honor the liberation of the capital. It signals peace, but to me, they are the sounds of death.
Hatred cannot be the only motivation for war. It only brings about more pointless deaths. I lost most of my students. They were all my children, my flesh and blood. I will never overcome that grief. I'll probably never teach anyone again, nor will I ever go up in the sky again. I have entrusted everything I know to a new generation. I'll just look on from here.
Marcela Vasquez, the Espada Team's #2 and former member of the Sapan Air Force, 9th Air and Land Division, 11th Tactical Fighter Squadron. She is thought to be a survivor of the Coup d'etat squadron. She currently earns a living as a dancer.
If the Demon Lord hadn't appeared, our lives might have been different. For me, it wasn't about flying or ideals. Most of all, it was about him, my flight lead. Our mission was to escort the heavy command cruiser that was to act as transportation for the organization. And the Demon Lord appeared, as if to block our path. I will never forget his overwhelming power. One by one, my comrades were shot down, and then the mother bird we were supposed to protect. We survived after the fight. We left our organization and returned to the ground together. But those whose hearts are in the sky will always return to the sky. He was one of them, and so he left, even though his wounds had yet to heal, and he died there, never to return to me. But I don't blame anyone. The regret and suffering that remained after that battle were also what he had given me. They're among the precious few things he left behind.
Joshua Bristow, former captain of the Ocean Air Defense Force, 8th Air Division, 32nd Tactical Fighter Squadron. His actions during the Belkan War are surrounded in mystery, and he is rumored to be one of the founders of a world with no boundaries. His whereabouts were unknown after the decisive Battle of Valdreich, but several years later he resurfaced as a leader of a terrorist organization. Today he is serving time in prison.
This darkness and that little window are my entire world now. I'm actually rather fond of it. The darkness envelops me in a borderless world, a world with no boundaries. He was not the reason we were unable to change the world. No matter what the desired outcome is, the world can still change as long as people expand their knowledge and desire change. Today's world has already changed from what it was back then.
Larry Falk, also known as Solo Wing Pixie. Galm Team's number 2 and member of the Ustio Air Force, 6th Air Division, 66th Air Force Unit. That's right. This man was his buddy and his enemy.
I should have died that day, but I didn't. I dragged my wounded body and reached ground zero of the nuclear detonations. A barren, empty land. I felt an unbearable sadness when I witnessed that landscape. There were still people living there. They were the ones that saved me. It may be true that the world has no need of borders, but would getting rid of them really change anything? The world won't change for the better unless we trust people. Trust is vital in a peaceful world, but that will never happen. I'm still on the battlefield. Right now I'm near a border. I want to see for myself what borders really mean, and what their volition really is. I may not find what I'm looking for, but I still want to try. Anyway, that's what I've come to believe, and I think that's enough. Will he see this video? If you do meet him, give him a message for me. Yo, buddy. Still alive? And thanks, friend. See you again.
The Demon Lord of the Round Table. A warrior who soared through the Belkan War, inspiring both fear and admiration. His presence filled the skies for but a few short months before he disappeared. Apart from that, nothing is known about him. I was never able to find out what kind of a person he really was. But whenever they talked about him, they always had a slight smile on their faces. That, perhaps, may be my answer.
That was Ace Combat Zero, the Belkan War. Hope you guys enjoyed, and pray to the Lord for them to remaster these games, because my God, I wish they would do that. Until next time, I'll see you on the flip side. Be sure to like, comment, or subscribe if you'd like to stick around.